Most Korean students think that the problem is not studying enough, so they plan big sessions, like 2 hours on the weekend, and a long session when they finally have some time. And then life gets busy and the session never comes. I want to show you why the system isn't working and what to do instead. My name is Seunghee. I've been teaching Korean for almost a decade, and I have worked with thousands of Korean students, and one of the most common patterns I see is this. The students who improve the fastest are never the ones who study the most hours. They're the ones who show up the most days. There's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. One of his core ideas is this. Your goals don't matter if your system doesn't really support them. And the system most students have isn't really built for consistency, it's built for intensity. So, big sessions feel productive, so you study hard and you cover a lot of materials, and then 3 days pass and nothing really happens. And another big session, and 3 more days pass. I also think this happens because students feel like they are falling behind, so they study too much at once. They get very little speaking practice at the same time, and they just overwhelm their brain. Here's the main problem with the system for language learning. Your brain doesn't remember Korean from one long session. It remembers Korean through repetition across time. Every time you sleep after practicing a phrase, your brain stores it. And every time you come back to it the next day, it goes a little deeper. A word you say 10 times across 10 days is remembered much better than a word you study for 1 hour on one day. Think about it. Would you remember a word better if you said it 7 times today or once a day for 7 days? Your brain remembers better when you come back to it over and over and over again. If your goal is speaking, I want to be specific about what 10 minutes of the right practice looks like. Not 10 minutes of passive review or not 10 minutes of flashcards or watching YouTube videos like this one. 10 minutes of speaking. One Korean question, you answer it out loud in a full sentence, whatever comes. Then you listen back for 30 seconds and notice one thing and say it again with that adjustment. That's it. That's 10 minutes. And what those 10 minutes do is create a daily speaking routine. Every day, your brain gets a signal. This person speaks Korean. This is something we do. And over weeks, that signal builds into something the big sessions never create a habit. James Clear talks about something called the aggregation of marginal gains. Small improvements done every day add up to results that look almost impossible. 1% better every day isn't 1% better at the end of a year, it's 37 times better. Language learning works exactly this way. 10 minutes of speaking practice every day doesn't feel significant on day 1 or day 10 or even day 20. But somewhere around day 40 or 50, you start to feel like something changes. The sentences start coming faster, and the pauses get shorter, and the translation step starts to disappear. It is not because of any one session, but because of all of them stacked together day after day. Forget the big sessions for now. Just commit 10 minutes every single day for the next 12 weeks. One Korean question aloud every day. That's it. Do not add more. Don't make it a bigger session. Just 10 minutes every day, no exceptions. One of my students was very busy. Full-time job, family. She would stop for a week, then study a lot in one day, then stop again. She had been in that cycle for quite a long time and she really needed one change. One question out loud before anything else. And a week later, she told me her Korean felt completely different. It's not because she had studied more, but because she had practiced every day. If you want a simple daily prompt to make those 10 minutes as effective as possible, that's exactly what we do in our free speaking community. One prompt every week, and you record your answer and get real feedback from me. The link is in the description. It's free.